and welcome back to another video from our channel, Time Capsule. Today, and in these recent days, we've lost some truly special souls, people who brought joy, music, stories, and heart to so many lives. From sports and music to film and racing, these individuals followed their passions and touched countless people along the way. Today, we take a quiet moment to remember their journeys, honor their memories, and reflect on the legacies they leave behind. Bob Harlan was a respected sports executive whose leadership helped shape one of the most successful eras in the history of the Green Bay Packers. Born in Wisconsin, Bob Harlan grew up surrounded by the culture of football that defines much of the American Midwest. From a young age, he developed an appreciation for teamwork, discipline, and the spirit of competition. These values would later guide his approach to leadership throughout his career. Before becoming widely known in professional football, Harlan built a career in sports administration, learning the responsibilities and challenges involved in managing major athletic organizations. In 1989, Bob Harlan was named President and Chief Executive Officer of the Green Bay Packers. At the time, the franchise was respected for its long history, but had struggled to achieve consistent success in the modern era of the National Football League. Harlan approached the challenge with patience and careful planning. Rather than rushing decisions, he focused on building a strong foundation that would allow the team to grow over time. One of his most important decisions was hiring head coach Mike Holmgren. That choice helped transform the direction of the team. Under Holmgren's leadership, the Packers began to develop a competitive roster that eventually included one of the league's most exciting quarterbacks, Brett Favre. Together, the organization experienced a resurgence that brought renewed excitement to fans. The highlight of this era came during the 1996 season, when the Green Bay Packers won Super Bowl 31. For fans in Wisconsin and across the country, the victory represented more than just a championship. It symbolized the return of one of football's most historic franchises to the top of the sport. Bob Harlan's steady leadership played a crucial role in making that moment possible. Beyond the victories on the field, Harlan was admired for his respect for the Packers' unique ownership structure. Unlike most professional sports teams, the Green Bay Packers are owned by shareholders, members of the public who care deeply about the organization. Harlan always believed that protecting this special relationship between the team and its community was essential. Colleagues described him as calm, thoughtful, and deeply committed to the long-term success of the organization. He believed leadership required humility and patience, and he rarely sought the spotlight for himself. Instead, he focused on supporting the people around him and creating an environment where the team could succeed. Bob Harlan passed away in 2026, leaving behind a legacy of stability, integrity, and vision. Fans and former players remembered him not only as a successful executive, but also as someone who cared deeply about the traditions of the sport. His influence continues through the strong foundation he helped build for the Green Bay Packers and the generations of fans who continue to celebrate the team's enduring legacy. Jacques Michel was a beloved Canadian singer-songwriter whose music carried warmth, sincerity, and poetic storytelling that resonated deeply with audiences. Born in Quebec, Jacques Michel grew up surrounded by the rich cultural traditions of French-Canadian music and literature. From an early age, he showed a deep appreciation for melody and language. Music quickly became a central part of his life, and he began writing songs that reflected the beauty of everyday experiences and human emotions. As his career developed, Michel became known for his gentle musical style and thoughtful lyrics. His songs often explored themes of love, memory, and the passage of time. Listeners connected with the honesty in his work, feeling that his music spoke directly to their own lives and experiences. Throughout the years, Jacques Michel released numerous albums that became cherished by fans across Quebec and beyond. His performances were known for their intimacy and sincerity. Whether performing in large concert halls or smaller venues, he had a unique ability to create a sense of closeness with his audience. Michel's influence extended beyond his own recordings. He played an important role in supporting the artistic community around him. Younger musicians often looked to him as a mentor and an example of how to remain authentic in an ever-changing music industry. Those who knew him personally often described Jacques Michel as humble and kind. Despite the recognition he received for his work, he remained approachable and thoughtful. Fans appreciated not only his music, but also the genuine warmth he shared whenever he performed or spoke publicly. His songs often reflected the landscapes and emotions of Quebec life, capturing moments that listeners recognized from their own memories. Through his storytelling, he helped preserve the cultural spirit of his region. When news of Jacques Michel's passing in 2026 was shared, tributes came from musicians, fans, and cultural organizations who recognized the depth of his contribution to music. Many spoke about how his songs had accompanied them through important moments in their lives. Though he is no longer here to perform, his music continues to live on through recordings and the memories of those who listen to him. His melodies remain a reminder that music has the power to capture emotions that words alone cannot express. Jacques Michel's legacy is found in the songs he wrote, the artists he inspired, and the audiences who continue to find comfort and meaning in his music. Lou Holtz was one of the most respected figures in American college football, known for his successful coaching career and his ability to inspire athletes with powerful lessons about discipline, leadership, and perseverance. Born on January 6, 1937, in Follansbee, West Virginia, Holtz grew up in a modest community where hard work and determination were essential parts of daily life. From an early age, he developed a love for sports, especially football. Those early experiences helped shape his belief that athletics could teach important life lessons. Holtz began his coaching career in the 1960s and gradually built a reputation as someone who could transform struggling teams into competitive programs. Over the years, he coached at several universities, including North Carolina State, Arkansas, Minnesota, and South Carolina. Each stop in his career added to his experience as a leader and mentor. However, the chapter that defined Lou Holtz's legacy came during his time at the University of Notre Dame. When he arrived, the program was searching for a return to national prominence. Holtz brought with him a clear vision and a disciplined approach that emphasized preparation, accountability, and teamwork. His efforts paid off in 1988 when the Fighting Irish completed an undefeated season and won the national championship. The achievement remains one of the most celebrated moments in Notre Dame football history. For players and fans alike, it represented the culmination of years of dedication and belief. What made Holtz special extended beyond wins and championships. Players frequently spoke about the lessons he taught them about character, responsibility, and confidence. His motivational speeches became legendary, filled with stories and humor that encouraged athletes to believe in their potential. After retiring from coaching, Holtz remained active as a television analyst and motivational speaker. His insights about leadership and perseverance reached audiences far beyond the football field. Many people admired how he used sports as a platform to share broader life lessons. Lou Holtz passed away in 2026 after a lifetime devoted to football and mentorship. Tributes from former players, coaches, and fans reflected the deep respect he had earned throughout his career. His legacy lives on through the generations of athletes he coached and the values he shared about teamwork, integrity, and determination. Dennis Cometti was one of the most recognizable voices in Australian rules football broadcasting, admired for his insight, humor, and remarkable ability to capture the excitement of the game. Born in Western Australia, Cometti first became involved in football as a player. During his younger years, he competed for West Perth in the Western Australian National Football League. Although his playing career was meaningful, it soon became clear that his greatest talent was describing the game rather than playing it. In the early 1970s, Dennis Cometti began his career in sports broadcasting. What started as a small opportunity soon grew into a remarkable profession that would span decades. His distinctive voice and thoughtful commentary quickly made him a favorite among football fans. Cometti had a rare ability to blend deep knowledge of the sport with humor and storytelling. During live broadcasts, he often delivered clever observations that fans remembered long after the final whistle. His commentary made matches feel more vivid and exciting for viewers watching at home. Over the years, he became one of the most respected commentators in Australian football. Major matches and memorable moments were often accompanied by his voice, guiding audiences through the action. For many fans, hearing Dennis Cometti call a game became part of the experience of football itself. Colleagues described him as thoughtful, humble, and deeply professional. Despite his popularity, he remained focused on delivering high-quality commentary and respecting the traditions of the sport. His dedication helped set a high standard for sports broadcasting. Dennis Cometti passed away in 2026, and tributes quickly arrived from across the football world. Players, broadcasters, and fans remembered the many moments he helped bring to life through his voice. His legacy continues through the unforgettable broadcasts he delivered and the joy he brought to generations of football supporters. Bobby J. Brown was remembered as a devoted individual whose life reflected commitment, perseverance, and a sincere connection with the people around him. Though he may not have always lived in the brightest spotlight, those who knew him understood the depth of his dedication and the quiet influence he had on others. From an early stage in his life, Bobby J. Brown developed a reputation for being hardworking and dependable. He believed strongly in doing his best in every situation, whether in his professional responsibilities or in the relationships he built with friends, family, and colleagues. Those qualities helped him earn the respect of people who worked alongside him throughout his life. Brown's career was defined by his consistent approach to responsibility. He approached challenges with patience and a clear sense of purpose. Rather than seeking recognition, he focused on making sure that his work was done carefully and thoughtfully. This attitude helped him become someone others could rely on during both routine moments and difficult situations. Colleagues often described Bobby J. Brown as someone who brought calmness and balance to the environments in which he worked. In many professions, the ability to remain steady during challenging moments can make a lasting difference, and Brown possessed that quality naturally. His presence often reassured those around him that problems could be solved with patience and cooperation. Beyond his professional life, Brown was known for his kindness and willingness to support others. Friends frequently remembered how he listened carefully when people needed advice or encouragement. He valued relationships deeply and believed that genuine connections with others were among life's most meaningful achievements. Those close to him often spoke about his loyalty and sense of responsibility toward family and community. Brown believed that success was not measured only by accomplishments, but by the way a person treated others along the way. His approach to life reflected a quiet strength and an appreciation for the importance of empathy. When news of Bobby J. Brown's passing in 2026 was shared, many people reflected on the steady influence he had in their lives. Tributes described him as someone whose character left a lasting impression on those fortunate enough to know him. While his life may not have been defined by fame, it was shaped by values that are equally meaningful: honesty, dedication, and compassion. Those who shared time with him continue to carry memories of the support and encouragement he offered. Bobby J. Brown's legacy lives on through the relationships he built and the kindness he showed to the people around him. His story reminds us that sometimes the greatest influence comes from those who quietly help others move forward. Chase Pistone was a determined NASCAR driver who followed a family tradition in motorsports while carving out his own place in the competitive world of racing. Known for his passion behind the wheel and his commitment to the sport, Pistone represented the dedication required to pursue a dream on the racetrack. Born into a racing family, Chase Pistone grew up surrounded by engines, garages, and the excitement of competition. His father, Joe Pistone, was also involved in racing, and the environment naturally inspired Chase to develop a love for motorsports. From a young age, he watched races and learned about the discipline required to compete at a professional level. As he grew older, Pistone worked steadily to transform that passion into a racing career. Motorsport is a field that demands both skill and perseverance. Drivers must combine quick decision-making, technical understanding, and physical endurance while competing at high speeds. Pistone embraced these challenges and continued to develop his abilities through years of practice and competition. Eventually, his determination led him to opportunities within NASCAR, one of the most recognized forms of racing in the world. He competed in events including the NASCAR Nationwide Series and the Truck Series. Each race represented another step forward in his journey as a driver striving to prove himself among talented competitors. fans admired Pistone's enthusiasm and dedication. Racing requires courage and concentration, and those who watched him compete recognized the effort he invested in his craft. Although motorsports can be unpredictable, Pistone remained focused on improvement and experience with every event. Off the track, people who worked with Chase Pistone described him as respectful and hardworking. In racing, success depends not only on the driver, but also on the team of engineers, mechanics, and crew members who prepare the car. Pistone valued those relationships and understood the importance of teamwork within the sport. His approach to racing reflected determination and a genuine love for motorsports. For many aspiring drivers, Pistone's journey represented the dedication required to pursue a challenging dream. Chase Pistone passed away in 2026, and news of his passing brought sadness to members of the racing community. Fellow drivers, teams, and fans shared tributes remembering his passion for competition and the enthusiasm he brought to the track. Though his time in the sport was shorter than many hoped, the spirit he showed in pursuing his passion remains an inspiration to those who continue to follow their dreams in motorsports. As we come to the end of this tribute, we are reminded that every life leaves behind a story. The individuals we remember today came from different worlds, yet each of them touched the lives of others in meaningful ways. Though they are no longer with us, their memories live on through their work and the people they inspired. Thank you for joining us on Time Capsule. If this tribute meant something to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care, and remember that the stories of those who came before us continue to live on through the memories we keep.